Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Proudlock, and I hope you like the new mansion there that I'm in. It's not really a mansion, it's just a summer house that we've got in the garden. Just before we get started into the video, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all of you who have tuned into me live streams and also me FIFA ones, and it's got me to 600 subscribers, and your support's been fantastic as always. Thank you very, very much. So the video I'm going to do today is about why the Premier League should now cancel the remaining games of the 2019-20 season. And I've got 5 reasons why I've picked about why they should do this. Your majority are going to be thinking it's because of the coronavirus pandemic, because it's not safe so to do so at this moment of time. It is that as well, but I do have the reasons written down as well. So yeah, did see that Boris made a speech yesterday that apparently the lockdown simply cannot end at this moment of time. There are maybe a few tweaks in there about apparently a lot more exercising is allowed outdoors apparently, but again, you've got to keep within your distance, and it's also with members of your family only or by yourself only at this moment of time. So yeah. Now, the last game in the Premier League has not been played since the 9th of March, and that was Leicester City's 4-0 win against Aston Villa. And the announcement was made on the 13th of March that all games in the Premier League and also in the other leagues as well were to be off at this moment of time because of the coronavirus pandemic that has been happening as well. There were talks of possibly bringing it back, possibly 3rd of April or the end of April, but again, it's still not safe to do so at this moment of time. The country has now got over 30,000 deaths of this coronavirus pandemic, and it's very scary. It's just simply dangerous, and you just feel for people that have lost their beloved ones at this moment of time, and it's just not safe, and there's just not been there's just been no improvement really ever since at this moment of time. Now, there has been talk that could just hand Liverpool the league title because there's so many points ahead of Manchester City. There's talks of just promoting West Brom and Leeds straight away to the Premier League, making it a 22-team Premier League team for next season. There's talks of no relegations, the Championship playoffs to be scrapped as well, and possibly no one going into Champions League or Europa League for next season as well. So, yeah. So, I'm now going to get into my 5 reasons why they should definitely cancel the remainder of the 2019-2020 season. So, reason number 1, football is a contact sport. Any football game, there is a lot of contact that does happen in a game of football, whether it's trying to win the ball from a tackle. And also another thing is when a goal has been scored, you see a lot of teammates simply hugging each other and delighted for the team that they've scored a goal. And again, the social distancing is still in place, so if they were to bring it back behind closed doors, what's going to happen when someone scores a goal? Are they going to try and win the ball? Yeah, it's just not safe at this moment of time. It is just definitely not, unfortunately. So that is the first reason why I've gone for, because there's a lot of contact in a game of football. Definitely. Reason number 2. Football is nothing without the fans. So take, for example, us Newcastle United fans pretty much pack out St James's Park week in, week out on a match day. And so far, no fans are allowed to go to games at this moment of time. Even if they were to bring it back, you're going to be playing a game with no atmosphere at all. There'll be no one to cheer on the team. Definitely not. There's been talk of Borussia Mönchengladbach apparently using cardboard cutouts as well. That's not going to work. Definitely not. I mean, they're not going to be speaking, are they? Jesus Christ. And that is what makes And you see fans wanting to go in and cheer on the team in a game of football, whoever they support and all that. And yeah, it just can't happen at this moment of time. So that is the second reason why, is because football is nothing without the fans. Number 3, there are players who are really nervous of going back to training. Now, it came out that Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero had came out and said that there's a lot of players who are just too frightened to go back to training, and you can't blame them at this moment of time. No one wants to be in contact with each other at this moment of time. It's just not safe at all. Definitely not. You have to see players do training in their own home, or they're possibly having to go out jogging by themselves, out on the streets or wherever, and keeping their distance from other people as well. So, and the players are probably nervous that they're gonna that if they come back into training far too soon, they're at a massive high risk of catching a coronavirus at this moment of time as well. So that is reason number 3, is because players are just too nervous to come back to training at the actual training ground at this moment of time. Reason number 4, playing at neutral grounds just won't feel right, or it just won't make any sense at all. Now, there's talks of certain football clubs to be used as neutral grounds. So, for example, I heard both Manchester United and Man United were apparently used. Leicester City was another one. Apparently you had Brighton and Southampton in there as well for their grounds to be used at neutral ground. And I just don't know how it would make sense. You've got whoever's playing as a home or away team, and they're playing at a totally different ground. Say, for example, it's Newcastle against who have not played still this season, Sheffield United, and it happens at the King Power or the Amex Stadium. It's just not going to feel the same, though. Definitely not this moment of time. And St James's Park apparently was not chosen to be a neutral venue. And also, I've heard that apparently Watford Football Club have said they're totally against the idea of using other football stadiums as neutral grounds. And they've said, nah, sorry, not doing it. Definitely not. So, yeah. And I kind of don't blame them as well for coming out and saying that as well. That it just don't feel right as well. And plus, what makes you think that what if other fans try to travel down wherever the game's being played, that try to sneak in? Yeah. So yeah, there's reason number 4 why, and that is playing at neutral grounds just won't feel right or make any sense at all. The last reason, number 5, next season needs to be prepared for as well. I mean, it's normally about June time till you get new fixtures coming out for the next season as well. And if we end up playing the remainder of this season, we're not going to have a lot of time to get prepared for next season in particular. So, yeah, I mean, like, we've got players. There's also players at other clubs who are coming to the end of their contracts. For example, with Newcastle, Matty Longstaff's apparently out of contract at the end of the season. We still haven't sorted him a new one out at this moment of time. I think Manquillo was another one, I think, who apparently is out of contract as well at the end of the season. What about the loan players that other football teams have got as well, and us in particularly? I mean, we've still got Bentaleb. We've still got Danny Rose. We've still got Lazaro as well. I know Willems went back to Frankfurt because of his injury. He picked up in the 1-0 win against Chelsea back in January. And yeah, and also friendlies, they need to get prepared for as well to get ready for the next season as well. And there just simply isn't going to be a lot of time left to get it all sorted out. So in particularly. So that is my 5 reasons why I've actually gone for this. A lot of people say that it should be played because it's all down to money, etc., etc. So far, people's health and safety need to be put first at this moment of time. So I know I'm missing the football at this moment of time. It's not being played for nearly a couple of months, but I'm understanding why it's not coming back. It's not being brought back at this moment of time because of the coronavirus pandemic. And it is just not safe at all to do so, unfortunately. So let me know in the comment section, do you agree with what I've said? Do you disagree? And give also your reasons why, whether you agree with us or disagree with us as well, because I like to hear your opinions as well on what you think. Should they just cancel the remainder of the 2019-20 season, or should they try and bring it back, possibly at some point, but play it at neutral grounds behind closed doors? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, and if you haven't checked me out before, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button. And I shall see you all later. Take care.